I was like starstruck moment, like, holy cow, like I'm
Right.
about to like get paid like over 2 grand
Yep.
for this partnership. But then I
Yeah.
was like, they didn't even negotiate or question. And that just like, I knew in the moment, that moment, that there was just so much more money on the table that I wasn't asking for. It was wild.
Absolutely. Welcome to Accidentally Influential, the show for educators, experts, and creators who never meant to build a platform but want to monetize it beyond their own community. I'm Kate.
And I'm T. Combined, we've built an audience of nearly 500,000 followers and landed over $500,000 in brand deals. Now we help you turn knowledge into cash, content into partnerships, and influence into a business that pays.
You might have become accidentally influential,
but what you do with it now, that part's intentional. Let's make some money. What's up? I can't believe this is finally happening. This podcast has been on the radar for like a month, actually. This went really, really fast. Kate, we had this like idea for this business and it just came out of nowhere and it just like it built and now we're here.
and now we're
Recording a
here
podcast. It's
recording a
crazy.
podcast. No, it is
Yeah,
crazy because this all just happened from a phone call.
Yep.
And we saw this gap and now we're doing it. We're filling it. So
we're filling it. Yep. Yeah. And we're here. Like, our goal is to help as many edu-creators watch us. Okay, we coined this term, edu-creators, and it is honestly one of the hardest words to say. And we got to get used to saying it because it's what we are. We are edu-creators. Edu-creators are education-based content creators. That's what you are if you're listening to this. So if you hear me stumble over that word, just laugh and move on because it's going to happen.
we're all going to do it a few times.
Yeah. So today in our first episode, we figured we would just like run through our origin story. Like, Kate, where, like, how did you even become a content creator? I'll talk about my background and how it led to this point where we're making a butt ton of money partnering with brands. And it's just like a place that I don't know about you, Kate, personally, but when I first started on TikTok, never would have been in my like wildest dreams, let alone helping other edu creators do the same. So anyways, Kate, let's just start. Like, where did you start? How did you go from, I mean, I know you were like a teacher to like a $500,000 content creator. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So I feel like most educational content creators, my origin story is not traditional. Like, I didn't have dreams of becoming an influencer. I
Yeah.
didn't know that you could get paid to talk about a business, I guess. Or, I didn't know that brands were still looking to partner with educators. So when I started my TikTok page, I did not even have a TikTok account. I downloaded TikTok the day I made my first video. And essentially, I had just been laid off from my full-time job in tech recruiting. And I
Okay.
saw so many of my coworkers had been laid off without additional streams of income. But I had been selling print on demand products on Etsy for like 6 months at that point. And I
Mm,
felt so incredibly grateful that I had other streams of income to fall back on. And so my goal in making that first video was genuinely just putting free information out there to help
yeah.
other people who maybe are experiencing a layoff or just want to build like a flexible stream of income. I had not the singlest idea that I would ever get paid to make content. Like, that was never a goal
Yeah.
because I didn't think that I met the qualifications of being an influencer.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that. And I feel like, I mean, being in this space for so long, we've talked to so many other edu creators. It's like, that's literally why we titled this Accidentally Influential. Like, it's a total accident. You just get on TikTok, you start talking about something you care about with this like heart of wanting to help people and serve people in a position that you've been in before. And it's just like all of a sudden you have influence. You have this like community of people that are ready to listen to you. But like at what point when you're like creating content did you realize that other than like courses and programs and digital products, like did you realize that you could make some money? Like there's some money on the table here.
Yeah, honestly, I was way later to the game than I should have been. So after my first TikTok got posted, it got like 250,000 views, which for someone who has never been on
Your
TikTok
first
before,
one?
my first video
That's
got
crazy. I did not
250,000
know
views
that.
within a few
Yeah.
days. And I was honestly not ready for that at all.
Yeah.
I
Totally.
deleted the TikTok app off my phone. like
It's just
retreated.
like panic
Like I was
mode.
like, all right, I came here to help people, but the hate comments, like there were, and we'll do future
Oh,
episodes
yeah.
talking about that. But I had for every positive comment I was getting a negative comment as well, and I let those
Yeah.
far outweigh. So essentially, I deleted the app, and a few months later, I was like, you know what? I still have this on my heart. Like I still have this passion to teach people how to do this. Like this is still
Yeah.
working for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going all in. Like I'm gonna start my page again, start posting every day. And so that was
Mm-hmm.
roughly summer, I would say, of 2023 when I started taking
Yeah.
it seriously. I probably had about 40,000 followers before I put a link in my bio for brands to contact me. I had a content,
Classic.
yeah, I had a
Yeah.
content creator friend who was like, have you gotten any brand deals yet? And I was like, no. Like,
What?
what do you mean?
What?
Like, I'm not
Yeah.
a brand deal influencer. And she was like,
Yeah.
you should at least put your email address in your bio and like give brands the opportunity to contact you. And so I did that. And pretty quickly, I had brands that I had already been talking about for months
Mm-hmm.
reach out and be like, hey, girl, we'd love to
Yeah.
work with you. And I'm
Hey,
like,
girl.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like I've already been doing this work.
Yeah.
So that I think is when I realized one, not only that I had left money on the table, but two, there was like opportunity to turn this into another stream of income.
Yeah. That's like a really good point. Like, I mean, we're not on TikTok, like sharing TikTok shop videos
No,
or, like our lip gloss and doing our makeup and all the like our Amazon hauls. And I don't know about you, but like that's kind of like when I hear the word influencer, it kind of like brings like an icky connotation for
yes,
me.
I
But
agree with
like,
that.
yeah, like for you, like influencer and brand partnerships, like what did you think about that before you ever had your first inbound? Like, what did it mean to you?
I think for me, like a brand partnership was like a skincare company sending PR to like,
Yeah.
the girl with perfect skin and her making a video about it. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that a brand partnership could take place with a company like Printify, for example, that I'd
Yeah.
already been using as a user for like a year at that point to run my Etsy businesses. I was already
Hmm.
talking about them consistently on social media, showing people how to use their tool. And I guess it just never occurred to me that they would have an influencer marketing team
Totally. Yeah.
to compensate creators for the work that we were doing. Because I don't know. I think my definition of an influencer was absolutely off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, people don't talk about it like, I mean, that's why we're here, right? Like, people
Right.
don't talk about like influencers from the lens of an edu creator.
They don't.
Like, that's not like a thing we think about like tangible product brands, and they're the ones that use organic marketing on TikTok and Instagram, not like these tools and resources that we're constantly using to build our business and share with our people. But yeah, that's like a major light bulb moment. So, like, how much money do you think you actually left on the table in like in those first like months that you didn't even have like
It's
a link
so
in bio?
It's so interesting because I even think like micro creators don't realize how much brands like working with micro creators. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes micro creators have some of the strongest engagement. So I feel like
Totally.
I had to have left 4 to 5 figures on the table easily,
Yeah.
like hands
Yep.
down easily. But
Yeah.
you live and learn, and that's why we're sharing
You
the
live.
story so other people don't have to repeat the same mistakes I did.
Exactly. Put the link in bio
Yes.
right now if you're listening.
Yeah,
Don't
actually.
have a link.
But see, what about you? Like, how did you get started on TikTok?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I also didn't set out to do anything like this. I always kind of had this like snooty perspective of being on social media. I'm like, people are just like trying to promote themselves, and like I never resonated with it. Um, and I got on TikTok for the first time, and all I saw were these like scammy people selling courses, and like especially in the print on demand space, they were like, you can make like $10,000 in the next 30 days, and I was like, first of all, felt really icky listening to those videos because I was like, no way, dude. Like, I've built a brick and mortar business at this point. I've dabbled in other online businesses. Like, there's just no way. So I took to TikTok and I kind of made this like slanderous, angry video. And I was like, I'm gonna show you that it's not possible to do what they're telling you to do. I'm gonna like build the business, and I'm gonna like take you guys along with me,
Yep.
share what I learn. And that video went viral. Like, I hit over almost a million views
Oh
on that video.
my gosh.
Yeah, it was like it was nuts. And at that point I had posted like maybe two other videos. Um and it blew up. I think I went like in the first few hours after that video, I think I got up to like 5,000 followers, and then that one video alone brought me in over like 20 to 30,000 followers, and then I was like, "Oh crap, people are here to listen to me now." Like
Right.
I got to do this. And so
Okay,
that's actually
really
when I started
interesting.
print on demand. I didn't start before
Wow.
TikTok.
So you
Yeah.
really got to like build in public with people, which I think is such
Yep.
an interesting kind of take on like side hustle culture.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like I had no pressure to be this like guru or somebody
Hmm.
who knew what I was doing, and I learned in public. I shared what I was learning. Um Gave a lot of information away for free that other people were charging a lot of money for.
Yeah.
And yeah, I through that built like a really engaged, trusting community. So now we're here.
We are here. So for you,
We're
what was
here.
the like light bulb moment when you realized like there was money to be made building this
Yeah.
authentic community online?
Well, it's funny because I don't even think I ever like thought about brand partnerships ever until I had a link in bio, Kate, but I didn't have my email in there.
See, there's
So
always a missing piece, you
it's
know?
always a
Once
missing
again,
piece.
like,
I didn't have a smart creator friend to come and tell me, be like, T,
right.
like, what brands are you partnering with? Did
Yeah.
not have that. Um, but like it hit me when I had a brand reach out to me in my DMs, and I like happened to see it.
Hmm.
Um, because, I had like hundreds of DMs that I
Hmm.
just ignore because it's like
I do the
overwhelming in
same
there.
thing.
Yeah. Um, and they're just like, it was a brand that I was already posting a ton about almost every video.
Yep.
They were in that video, and they were just like, "Hey, we appreciate you posting about us all the time. Can we pay you
Hmm.
for every video that you mention us?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, it
Right.
was just like mind blowing to me. Like, I'm I'm already I would post these videos anyways. Like,
Hmm.
and they're like, "Can we pay you?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, you can
Right.
pay me."
I
And
think
I
that's
from there, yeah.
I think that's something so cool about being an educational content creator is the opportunities to work with brands typically stem
Yeah.
from the content that you're already making, talking about products that you already know and love.
Yeah.
And these brands are willing to pay because they want you on their team, like
Mhm.
continuing to enthusiastically talk about these products that you love. And I think that's
Yeah.
actually really, really cool opportunity in this space is it doesn't have to be these brands that you've like never heard of or a product that you aren't.
Exactly.
These can
Yeah.
absolutely be products that you already like know and use and
Yeah.
recommend.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's not trying to like fake enthusiasm for something.
Right.
Like a brand's coming to you to tap into this like engaged, trust-filled community that already exists. Like we all know about business. Like
Right.
it costs less for a business to maintain a customer and like, sustain their their business with you over time than like go out and try to find new business. And so
Exactly.
like that's what I feel like that brand was doing.
Hmm.
I had a lot of people in my audience that was already using the product, and
Right.
I was helping them make more money with the product, which would
Right.
make more money with that business. So
And is that
yeah.
something you understood when you started making, whenever they offered you to do your first like paid partnership with them? Did you start realizing that you were probably making that brand money or they wouldn't be offering that to you?
No, I was like super naive. I think I was like
Yep.
starstruck a little bit. I was
I
like, oh
agree.
shit. Yeah.
I'm
It's
like, oh my
like,
God, they want to work with me.
yeah, like somebody's gonna pay me? Like, oh my
Right.
gosh, like no critical thinking at
Right.
all. I mean, it's just like
It's a
you don't know
beginner
what you don't
thing.
know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I accepted pennies because
Right.
like the position that I was in, it was like, well, I wasn't getting paid for this, and now they're
Right.
offering money. I can't like it would never have occurred to me to
Yeah.
ask for more.
Right.
Um, yeah.
Once again,
So
the things you learn as you do
the
this longer
things
and
you
longer. And I think also
learn.
something for, our audience to keep in mind is like brands would not offer to pay you for your content if you were not driving conversions for them. Like
Absolutely.
this is a
Yeah.
business. If a brand is offering to pay you, is because they see some form of return on an investment that they're making in you. And I think that's something you have to keep in mind as an educator. You should
Yeah.
not feel guilty for taking money from a brand that you know and love and feel confident promoting to your audience.
Yeah, because if they were to build what you built or what I had built at that time, the amount of trust and authority that I had with this community, like the amount of money and time it would take them to do that would be astronomical, way more than what they were actually paying me as a creator at
Right.
the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's so critical. And I think that's like that's the big shift that both of us have experienced at one point from going like, okay, I'm this person that's showing up on TikTok, sharing information, educating because I care versus like I am an edu-creator. I have this identity of this is a business. Like
Hmm.
my content creation is a business and people are going to pay me for it. Like it's definitely an identity shift that everybody kind of has to go through.
And it's a hard one to make transparently because I
Yeah,
think, once again, a lot of educators start this journey because they have this knowledge that they want to share and they are sharing completely for free.
totally.
Um, but
Yeah,
I think the thing that you have to keep in mind is like you are in that content probably already organically promoting brands that do have an influencer marketing budget. And you're allowed
yeah,
to tap into that. Like it doesn't, and your community will also rally around you. Like
totally.
when I post a paid partnership for a brand that I've already been talking about for 2 years, and someone can scroll back to the beginning of my page 2 years ago and be like, wow, she's been talking
Mm-hmm.
about this brand literally since her first videos,
Yeah,
that your community is going to be like, wow, that's awesome.
totally. Good for you. You go,
Yes.
girl.
Yes.
Slay.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's totally true.
okay, so as you started pitching your first few brand deals or getting your first few brand deals, you obviously probably didn't know how much money there was to be made in the creator
No.
economy. You probably were not pitching what you were actually worth, all of that. But do you
Yeah.
remember at what point you actually got your first four-figure brand deal?
I do, and it was pretty magical. Back then, this was probably about 2 years ago now. But TikTok had this like creator program. I don't know if they have it anymore. I honestly don't know. It was called TikTok One, and brands could go in and be like, I want to, I want to partner with an influencer. This is my app, whatever. And then creators could go and pitch to them. So I actually pitched my first four-figure brand deal
Incredible.
successfully through TikTok. But they were asking for a single video for $300, and I was like, no,
At this
no,
point,
that's we're
how
not
many
doing that.
followers did you have?
I had over 100,000 followers at this
Yeah,
point.
that rate doesn't
Yeah,
really work for that. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but I was like, I don't have it. Like, I literally don't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
So I like wrote up a pitch. I brought in some metrics from some of my other brand deals and I sent it off for it was like between 800 and 850 a video.
Okay.
And pitched 3 videos because,
Packages.
yeah, at this point I knew that single videos aren't really effective
Right.
for most brands.
Yep.
And they didn't even bat an eye. Like they were just like, yes, send the contract.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I was like starstruck moment, like, holy cow, like I'm
Right.
about to like get paid like over 2 grand
Yep.
for this partnership. But then I
Yeah.
was like, they didn't even negotiate or question. And that just like I knew in that moment that there was just so much more money on the table that I wasn't asking for. It was wild.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
anytime a
get
brand just
this.
automatically accepts your number, you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah.
shoot."
It's kind of like in a 9 to 5, like when you're
It
getting a
is.
job, like, when you say
Right.
you're, yeah,
No,
it's
it's
the same thing.
exactly like that. It's like when you are applying for a new job and you state your salary and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, sounds good. You're within our range." It's like, "Dang, what was the top of the range?"
Exactly.
You're like,
Exactly.
shoot."
Yeah. It's like a little dance,
Yeah, exactly.
and I mean, Kate, like, I didn't even charge for ad rights for that. Like, didn't even know that was like a thing.
Which
So,
is like something that, I mean, we'll get into this, but that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves
hmm
in the creator economy, in educational content creator land. You have to charge for ad rates. You just do.
totally. Yeah.
And we're going
That's
to
where
get
the
into that
ROI is at.
all in future videos, but
Yeah. Yeah. And
and
brands know that too,
brands absolutely know that.
They know it. They know it.
They know it.
But yeah, how about yours? Like, when did you hit your first four-figure
Yeah.
dealio?
It was probably a year after I'd posted that first video on TikTok. So I'd probably been consistently posting for like
Mm.
been, I don't know, maybe 6, 8 months at that point, and
Yeah.
it was interesting. It was actually Q4 of 2023, and I had a brand who I was actually super interested in working with. Like, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"This could be such a cool partnership." They reached out and pitched me a $300 video. I don't know how
Brands
many
do that.
followers I had at this point, but I knew that I was not that was not, like, a reasonable
Yeah.
cost for a video.
Yeah.
Um, so I actually said no to them, and once again, this was, like, a partnership that I wanted. It was a partnership that I thought was, like, super aligned with my
Yeah.
community. I was excited to potentially work with them, but I still had to say no because the budget was not there. And in
Go girl.
January, they reached out and offered me 4 figures for that exact same video.
I think I know what brand you're talking about. Go girl.
And yeah, it was the most exciting thing to me because
Yeah.
I stood firmly and I don't even think at that point I knew my content was worth 4 figures. Like, I knew that it
Yeah.
was worth more than $300, but I didn't know it was worth 4 figures. And so when
Yeah.
they reached out and came up that high, I was so glad that I didn't just accept the lower rate.
Totally.
And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's something you really have to keep in mind as a content creator is like there are dream partnerships, but sometimes they're actually not aligned at that stage. And it doesn't mean it's a no
Mm-hmm.
forever, but it might be a no for right now.
Yeah. How did you have that like how did you feel saying no? Were you in this like place of did you have any idea that they would ever want to work with you again? Like was that in your mind?
No, I didn't. I
Yeah.
had no idea. And I think that I'm a person who always believes that the right opportunities will find me, not because they
Mm-hmm.
just magically appear in front of me, but because I'm going to continue to take the right actions for them to appear.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think I just kind of trusted that if it wasn't this opportunity, it would be another one.
Yeah,
And it ended up
totally.
working out the way it needed to.
Gosh, I love that for you.
Yeah.
Let's chat about like why this podcast?
Yeah.
Where did this even come from? Obviously, you guys know a little bit about why we're content creators, but
Mhm.
why not an influencer creator agency? And Kate, you want to just like start diving into that backstory a little bit?
Yeah. So I think obviously we knew each other from social
Yeah.
media for probably 2 years at this point,
Yeah.
but we had never actually connected in person until earlier
Mm-mm.
this year at an actual brand event, and I feel like we
Yeah,
kind of hit it off quickly.
totally.
I rode in your car within, like, an hour of knowing you. We got in, like, a
Somebody
little
hit my
somebody hit your mirror
yeah.
while I was in the
That's when
car,
you know it's legit,
and
like
I
once
was
you
like,
get in an
"Alright,
accident with somebody.
this is real. Like, we are
Yeah.
real friends at this point, I think." And then we just stayed in touch. Like, I feel like we were catching up with each other. I will say that I think
Mm-hmm.
content creation tends to be kind of a lonely space.
Totally.
And so we were kind of bouncing ideas off of each other, talking about what was working on our pages and whatnot. And then I think something else we realized though was that there should be a space like this that exists for all educators, not just like me and
Totally.
you, but we should all have a community where we're able to talk openly about these topics. And so that didn't exist. And we
Until now.
decided spontaneously to make one and form a new
Yes.
LLC and just run with this idea.
Yeah. In 30 days, like 30 days. Like,
Quite literally.
wild moves only.
That's right.
Yeah. No, and like that's we built our content creation businesses in a vacuum, essentially. Like, I
Uh-huh.
mean, I know you had a few voices
Yeah.
speaking into some, brand decisions, but for the most part, like myself, you, most other educators, you're just like figuring things out as you go, missing out on a lot of money because of it, just renting out your brand and your influence without getting the ROI that you deserve. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to create a space for people like us that we're like the new wave of influencers.
I
I
think we
think
are.
the term influencer is going to make like major shifts in 2026, and it's going to be a lot in the education based creation space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edu-creators, if you shorten it up.
Educators, if you
Um,
shorten it up.
no, but I think you're exactly right, and that's why I'm so excited to start connecting with content creators of all levels, whether you maybe you're like work as a teacher, but you have had a
Yeah,
passion to share your knowledge beyond your classroom, or whether you are a crafter and teach people how to
totally.
craft, whether you're a print on demand seller and you love print on demand and you want to start sharing your story more openly, like We are so excited to start talking to you about how you can continue to diversify your income streams and help people and brands along the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think our dream really is to like, while we will be a creator first agency through and through, like our major, like we will not allow any creators that enter into our space undervalue themselves ever. Like it will not be a thing. Um, but we've also had a lot of experience working with brands, and our goal is to pair incredible like educators with brands that could benefit from this type of content and like your audiences and the trust that you've built. Um, and so I think like really bridging that gap between
Absolutely.
educators and brands is going to be huge because from our perspective, they've been kind of like operating over here, bridging the gap when, it just hasn't been like a cohesive system. And so I think not an influencer creator agency is really going to do that work.
And we're just getting started.
Just getting
And we're
started.
figuring it out as
Episode
we
1.
go. So I guess, like, thank you to everyone for listening to episode
Yeah,
1. We are going to be back next week with another episode on how you should actually start measuring the metrics of your page, why
heck
follower count
yes.
is not the most important metric, and how you can probably start making money with less followers than you think. So
Let's go.
I'm excited. T's excited.
Same.
And like I said, this is new to us. So if you guys have questions or ideas for episodes, drop them in our DMs. You can follow us at Not an Influencer Co. on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. Podcast episodes are coming out. We are working on some resources behind the scenes that will be launching soon. So sign up for our email list. And we'll catch you on the next episode.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.